that went on.
Yeah, because apparently something wild is happening.
We got some freaky frogs over in Fox.
Oh no! Not the Freaky Frog saga. I thought we was done.
No. And welcome to this edition of West Coast Wednesday. That was perfect. We started off the year on Freaky Frogs. It's like,
bro, I thought we left the Freaky Frogs in 2024.
Cat Williams said this is just the beginning. First of all,
wait, hold up.
I'm sure
Cat Williams about to do the show with Shannon too.
Again,
yeah.
And they about to have something to talk about. But real quick, I'm sure Weston has some Matty Laws in the Bullet Club shirt. And we got Fes low on the end. I like your cut, G.
Thank you. It's actually twists.
Yeah, listen.
Good.
Thank you.
How long that shit take?
That was about 2 hours or so.
Okay.
Because like after the Suns got cut, it was like the twisting was the smaller portion.
Oh yeah, see,
yeah. And nigga needed something to do with his hair because y'all saw me. I was Wolfman.
Yeah, look, me too.
Yeah, it was a real Wolfman out here.
Don't let the compressor.
I feel that, man. We in real Wolfman hours.
It was real Lycan hours.
Hey, look, now that I don't like go anywhere like that, and I just like cut my hair when I have places to go, it'd be real rough over here. I'd be like, I was out here looking real Tyler Perry-ish. I was looking real rough for a minute there.
The Jim Jones?
What era Tyler Perry?
A family that prays specifically.
Brother man.
Mini Fro Tyler Perry.
Mini Fro Perry.
Yeah. Like
that was a rough era.
Before the money Tyler Perry. I was golly, why is this? Look, so we were like coming up with this episode topic. We were talking to Fez. And we were trying to figure out what we're going to talk about. And we got to a lot of y'all know what's going on over at Fox Sports FS1.
If not, hold on to your pants.
Because Fes doesn't know. So I'm going to give you some names here that are going to be important. Charlie Dixon, this is the executive over there. He's over the executive over content. So basically similar to Triple H's position in WWE. Mm-hmm. You have Emmanuel Ocho. I believe that's his name. He is I think Acho, excuse me. I was
former NFL player.
I had that name in the news recently.
Emmanuel Acho. I had Chris Jericho on the brain. Joy Taylor. She is also an analyst. Mm-hmm. Skip Bayless.
One of the head faces. Skip again.
Skip again. Shannon Sharp very lightly. And
but he was mentioned in a much different light.
Yes, okay. and a hairdresser named Miss Faraji. So basically,
and we can also say that in that same light, Colin Cowherd was also part of this 43 pages, but he's mentioned in the same light as Shannon.
So basically, Miss Faraji is suing Skip Bayless, Charlie Dixon, Fox, FS1, Fox Sports, all of them. And these other names basically caught strays. Ooh. Because the main issue here is Skip Bayless was out here trying to get this woman to sleep with him. He just thought this was this kind of environment. And he offered to pay her $1.5 million.
For a little bit of the nookie.
Yes.
1.5 million.
And then and she's turning these advances down. like at every turn.
Which, massive kudos to her. That's a lot of money to turn down.
After the first turn down, I'm going straight to HR.
Hold on. There's levels to this.
There's levels to this, Fez.
There's levels to this, Fez. There's other names that haven't been brought up yet. I want to get to the most heinous point first. Allegedly, when this woman was rejecting Skip Bayless' advances, he said something along the lines of, "Aren't you Muslim?" She was like, "You're married. Leave me alone. You're married." She's like, "Aren't you Muslim? Doesn't your father have multiple wives?" And then she said, "My father's dead." And it was, and he backed off from that point. And these are all in the documents, the 43-page documents. Now listen, you're looking at us and you're asking us why she didn't go to HR.
No, I'm not saying asking why. I'm just saying I would have went to HR. I would have started the lawsuit after the first one. I would have been like, "Listen, we need to start documenting."
Part of the reason this was probably not documented is because Charlie Dixon was one of the person over content allegedly was over some of that as well. He was sleeping with female talent. This one woman who was not named approached him, or they had a conversation about a new contract, and she said, "You're not getting this new contract unless I get some of that." Yeah.
Bruh, what?
I ain't putting nothing in your pocketbook unless I get in your pocketbook. And that person went to the hairdresser, and the hairdresser went to Joy Taylor, and Joy Taylor's like, "Suck it up. This is that kind of environment." She was out here. She's out here mean girling it. Why? The reason why is because Joy Taylor allegedly was engaged in acts with said Charlie Dixon to get her spot on TV.
Well, not just Mr. Charlie. You know that Cat Williams joke about smoking joints with Snoop Dogg backstage?
Yeah.
Yeah, so Joy Taylor was kind of the joint in that particular joke.
So she started her career on Skip Bayless's show.
She was on Undisputed with
Undisputed, yeah. So
her and Shannon at the time.
Yeah, she was on Undisputed with Shannon Sharp. And so that's allegedly how she got on that show, because Skip Bayless didn't want her on the show. But she ended up on that show because of that. And then once Unc left that show, she ended up over there with Emmanuel Acho. And I think that might have just happened. To be honest, I won't even say that was a part of it in a similar way in what we've seen alleged in the E. That could just be two coworkers messing around just because, two coworkers gone coworker. If you've ever been in a place like a call center, you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, I was about to say it. They work in a different type of field, and that field just so happens to have a lot more debauchery.
It's similar debauchery in these office jobs.
I never worked in office jobs, so I don't know.
Oh no, let me tell you.
You ain't finding my ass in a cubicle, I promise you.
I've got a story that I can tell you afterwards, but in every call center environment, office environment I've worked at, there's been people messing around. And it's just, I just want to tell y'all, to all y'all watching, your work crush ain't as pretty as you think they are. You just around them for 8 hours a day. I'm trying to tell you, don't risk it all. Don't risk it all for the work hoes.
Don't risk the biscuit.
Don't risk the biscuit. But
I'm trying to tell folks, it's like, listen, stop falling for people. Just find a hobby.
But listen,
do yourself
we're here to make a paycheck. I don't know about y'all.
Yeah, that's
right.
That's me for sure. I'm just here to pay this rent.
Right.
But
make a paycheck, find a hobby, do something else in your life. It ain't worth it.
So
you can get paid for all shit elsewhere.
I gotta bring Unc back into this because this is what blew my mind. So You know, you have Joy Taylor, and Joy Taylor is friends with Miss Faraji. They're close. She knew about their ongoing relationship allegedly, but she didn't say anything because, you know, that's none of her business. But she did know it was immoral in the lawsuit, and apparently, like 2020, 2022, around the time Unc left, there was Skip Bayless thought that she was involved with Shannon, and that's the reason that she kept turning Skip down. And that explains a lot of that animosity that Shannon was getting on scene, because he actually believed that.
Mm-hmm.
And so that I just like it.
Shannon even shot her down live on air.
No, I'm not talking about Joy Taylor. I'm talking about the hairdresser.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. But you know, definitely, because Shannon don't want that.
Shannon dealing with his own shit. He got his own
What's
life.
her name? What was her name? Oh, was it Catherine?
Was it Michelle?
Michelle. Yeah, Michelle out here rocking his world.
Mm.
He already know Joy. He got Michelle. Michelle had that man out here stuff he ain't never done before, like getting on Instagram Live.
That man acted different.
Had him sounding like he just finished an entire game asthmatic ass on the sideline.
Yeah, he was growling.
Oh no.
All bad noises for sure. But yeah, that was a lot of the on-screen animosity between I think that was the cause between the on-screen animosity between these guys, because it's like, why would you turn on Shannon like the way you did? Because we're not watching for you. And now come to find out that he thought that he was competing with Shannon for this woman.
Mm-hmm.
Skip, it ain't nothing personal. It's all about the ladies.
What happened?
Go ahead, Fez.
I said he was competing with nobody because there was never a competition. He was playing himself.
You know what? And that's what happened in Mufasa the Lion King. You played yourself.
Oh, God.
How was that movie, by the way?
If I got to hear one more Lin Miranda song, I'm going to kill somebody.
Hey, you know what? You know what I hate about Lin-Manuel Miranda songs? You can always tell
it's a Lin Miranda song,
because all you have to do is just listen to it sung in his voice.
What do you say about my brother? I will fucking choke you, Lin. I will fucking strangle you, dog. I'm like, bro, you had a hit with We Don't Talk About Bruno. You have every now and then with Moana, like you was knocking it out the park on Moana. I would give you that.
Excuse me, all of Hamilton is a bop. Okay,
all of Hamilton is a bop. I will give you that. But I need Lin to switch up the flow. I need you to find some other sound, man.
I need you to stop blaming Lin-Manuel Miranda.
No, I'm blaming him. I'm blaming him for this because they keep putting him in a position to make music, and he keeps choosing to make the same music.
That's the thing. It's not him that's the problem. It's It's Mickey Mouse. Mickey Mouse is the problem.
You tell me this. If Lin-Manuel Miranda created a song that sounded nothing like what he usually makes, and it was an absolute bop, do you think they would say no? Go back to the drawing board and make the exact same song.
Yes.
You don't think that they would trust that man to make a bop?
To be honest with you, I feel like they put him in a box because they wanted to make they wanted another I Want song. You know, so they had the first I Just Can't Wait to Be King. I Want to Be the King.
Mm.
I want a brother. I always wanted a brother. You had to follow the same They were trying to follow the same little strategy because they had a little love song, and they had, instead of Simba and his lady lying in the field, they had Mufasa and his lady lying in the snow. It was like literally the same movie.
And that's the problem. It's like, we don't need the same movie, and they keep putting out the same movie.
It's like,
let alone it being this weird live action attempt that they've been trying.
Right. It's like you take all of the flavor out of the movie, and then you're like, why did this fail?
And no, I don't think it failed because I saw it on Tuesday.
Of course not, but
like what traumatized me was the fact that they used James Earl Jones' voice from Mufasa's father. So I had to watch James Earl Jones lie and die twice in a lifetime. That's what.
Why do I need to watch that?
That hit Suge in the heart. Just say, like,
you know what?
Daddy, why are you crying? Quiet, baby.
Because they started the movie out with like, in memory of James Earl Jones, and then 7 minutes later he's gone again. Like, what?
Memory? I haven't even had a chance to remember him. He's still here.
Why are you doing this to me? You couldn't have found somebody else. You couldn't have got the Allstate man.
You couldn't have got the Allstate man.
You couldn't have got somebody with good hands.
We're not going to do that to him. I need to figure out brother's name. We can't keep doing this.
You're in good hands, Mufasa. That's what I need.
I'm learning this man's name today. It's over. I'm going to figure this out.
Let us know on the stream, because I don't know his name either.
I remember looking it up. I can't remember his name for the life of me. It's something
Dennis
Washington,
Haysbert.
I think.
No, Dennis Haysbert. That's his name.
Okay.
So I have a church story about the Allstate man.
It's like,
I'm interested. No, hold up. Church story involving the Allstate man. I need to hear this. So,
well, my godfather was pastor. He was friends with the other pastor who owned their own church, and they let us use their building and stuff. And they did like arts and stuff. Like the first lady did miming. It wasn't a real dance, but it was more like a mime to gospel songs, stuff like that. They did like a successful play back in the 90s before, and they wanted to do it again in the 2010s, and they had a little money from my godfather's ministry, so they decided to go all out. And like, they had a real big opening night with an opening party, a champagne party, 2 shows. They didn't got somebody off the Wiggles. Ooh. And Yo Gabba Gabba that did nobody really know, because they were so heavily wore in costume or makeup for that event, and the Allstate man for his play. Like, they couldn't find no regular actors. They spent the budget on a party, 2 Disney actors and the Allstate man, and they didn't recoup the money.
They know they ain't shit for that.
They
ain't shit for that.
They could have just we could have just put out a flyer, dog.
So we didn't have to go through this whole rigmarole. We could have just we could have handled this off the cuff.
I could have just Indied my way around this and just stuck up times.
As a matter of fact, we could have did this over Zoom.
Right. Like, we didn't have to be like, let's get these people, because Allstate man he was just a narrator. Like, why do you need the Allstate man to narrate this church play?
Hey, listen, you can't lie though. It's kind of lit. It's kind of lit.
Was it when you
play? Oh, the Allstate man.
That was shit. I didn't even get a picture with the Allstate man.
All right, now that's not lit.
That's not lit. Like,
that's actually the furthest thing from lit.
Like, he wasn't there. He wasn't doing the autograph signings. He didn't have his whole gimmick together where it's like, are you in good hands? And he gives you a Triple H point. There was none of that. I feel like that's how he should have got.
There was no Triple H point. He didn't even pose.
No, he didn't throw it the West Side. Nothing. I didn't, because we were on Manchester and Western. We were we were in the hood. We were, but yeah, there's my Allstate man story. There we go. So,
right, you got real quiet there for a second.
Yeah, I got real quiet all of a sudden.
Oh shit!
So Fes,
I was dying there for a second.
Oh, you can die with your audio on. We've heard it before.
Yeah, good point.
But so Fes, reactions to Fox Sports.
Freaky ass nigga. Just a whole bunch of freaky frogs hopping around the pond. And quite frankly, I'm just disgusted, of course, but not surprised.
Absolutely. There's some clips there's this one Colin Cowherd clips, and they're talking about Tampa Bay and Los Angeles, and he's trying to say two cities, but he accidentally says two titties, and it makes perfect sense now. Like,
it's starting to make all the sense.
It's a lot of stuff that you gotta just go back and watch.
All right, it starts connecting the dots. Like, wait a minute,
because it's like somebody knew.
Of course, like that's the thing about this whole situation is that nobody. You can make as many press releases as you want to. Nobody's gonna believe you if you say we had no idea. You know, you know, you just didn't care.
I think the one thing that we didn't touch on is there were two people that were named in the lawsuit that were named specifically for their professionalism and how kind they were. This being Colin Cowherd and Shannon Sharp.
Yeah.
I am not surprised. I am not surprised at that Shannon Sharp.
Yeah, Shannon Sharp and Colin Cowherd. So Colin Cowherd and Shannon Sharp, everybody's are like, these guys are the nicest people in sports media.
These guys are all right.
These guys are all right.
People that don't even like Colin Cowherd for his takes are like, I like this guy now.
Yeah,
yeah.
I don't like his takes, but I like him as a person. You know,
he's pretty solid.
We like you now. Welcome to the crew.
Yeah, you're cool, man. I mean, at least you're not out here doing what the other guy was doing. Did you hear about the other guy?
Right. That really is.
The other white guy.
That's sad because it's gotten to a point. It's gotten to a point where it's like we are praising people because they are doing the bare minimum.
They're being decent people, and that's it.
Y'all gotta check out the tag. I gotta read at the bottom of the screen.
Skip Bayless almost crashes the economy.
Yeah, pretty much.
1.5 million is crazy.
Dude, 1.5 million for some nookie. Again, we said this before we went live. Someone said that Sarah J can get paid $3,000 to blow his mind, and this man's out here offering 1.5 mil.
Yeah, no, it's legit people out here with book me rates that are 1% that.
Like, that's absolutely atrocious behavior.
Why?
Right, it's like here's the thing, like when you have reached a point where you are making that kind of money where you could throw it around, I don't know, why not fucking invest in a school or something? A library,
do something.
A public rec center.
I don't want Skip Bayless anywhere around children with that kind
at this point, yeah, but I'm just saying, when you start making that kind of money,
for all to fund the school.
No, I don't want the freaky frog to fund the school. I'm saying when you start making that kind of money where you can just throw it around, why not use it for something good?
I'm fucking dying.
We might as well send him to R. Kelly P. Diddy's magical school for you.
Yo, I don't know if you guys have seen the video of R. Kelly in like Vietnam or some shit. You already know what I'm saying. Do you want to come home to America? Like, no, I don't actually, Robert. I don't want to do that.
Something wrong with R. Kelly when he was singing to the Ethiopian women. Do you have your shots?
Yes.
No. He was evil villain.
You old freaky ass nigga.
Something is wrong. Something is seriously wrong with this man. Because that's international traffic. That's international. It's a
This man's a problem.
He said, if I can get him to come from Chicago to Atlanta, what's Ethiopia to America? Again, Skip Bayless, keep your money. Don't invest in no schools, no rec centers. We don't want to see around no kids, no elderly.
Stay the fuck away from everybody.
Yeah,
keep your ass inside.
At this point, I feel like we should just be banishing niggas to Freaky Frog Island.
Freaky Frog Island.
Yeah.
I agree. We do need to start shipping niggas off like that.
Start sending them to that island from the movie Madagascar.
That's the new Guantanamo Bay. It's Freaky Frog Island.
Freaky Frog Island. What are the rules? There are none.
It's the Freaky Frog facility.
The freakiest frog. It's made the freakiest frog survive.
Right.
Oh, Lord.
It can only be run by one man, the Freaky Frog facility.
Hey, no, you just gonna see P. Diddy running around with Mad Max style gangs.
Oh.
Big ass pair of Sean Johns, and he's just walking around with a gem encrusted cup as he's just watching.
They pour baby oil on themselves. Witness me.
That nigga just Diddy bopping through the compound.
Damn it, Skip Bayless! Look what you did.
Oh no!
No, Skip Bayless over there, because I'm pretty sure it's more LeBron fans over there than Skip Bayless fans.
Oh.
Oh, God damn it.
That's enough of that. Do you guys want to talk about, first of all, did y'all catch Wrestle Kingdom and Wrestle Dynasty?
I watched one match, and I feel like that was all I needed to watch.
Which one was that?
That was Gabe Kidd Omega. And they beat the shit out of each other.
Yeah, they did. Gabe Kidd is most definitely the future of New Japan. I understand it now.
I understand it now.
No, because I saw Gabe Kidd shortly before this, and I didn't get it. But I kind of...
I didn't expect for Omega to take that match and pull a Hogan Rock with it.
Yeah.
Because you would have expected Kenny Omega to go into that match full-blown babyface.
Also, Fes.
What up?
Kenny Omega got a New Japan theme that was made.
I heard. Final Fantasy composer said?
Yeah.
I caught the entire entrance. That and I don't know if we can talk about this a little bit off the way, but the Pro Wrestling Noah. Or Noah
Okay,
Pro Wrestling?
We'll get to that in a second.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, we because we hit me with the entrances, and I'm like, we had about 2 amazing entrances over the last 2 weeks.
Oh yeah. I mean, all the New Japan entrances were pretty cool. I'm not gonna lie to you. Hiromu Takahashi had a great one. He came out.
I need to watch the rest of the weekend. That whole event.
I mean, the matches I was really looking at just as a as a standout for me would have been everyone who might have been leaving. So I kept
They might have been leaving Japan.
Yeah, so everyone whose contracts were coming out, because New Japan still is signing contracts all at once. So I think Gabe Kidd's and David Finley's is up, and so I was a little bit more interested in the fact that David Finley lost his. I think he was the global heavyweight, the white one. I
think he got it from Ziggler, didn't he?
Yeah, he took it off Nemeth, and then Yota Tsuji won it. And that was someone
I like Yota Tsuji.
Yeah, I wasn't. I didn't get to see his finisher until he put it on David Finley. It's a super stomp. I love it. Fez would like it too.
Oh yeah,
it's a BME setup into a curb stomp.
Someone also said like a good portion of his moveset is like shit straight out of the Yakuza game.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah,
what does he
100%.
call it? The combo breaker, where he does
Oh, the
like
heat moves? They're known as heat moves.
I don't remember how exactly he does it, but he ends it with a curb stomp. Like it's a face slam, curb stomp duo.
Oh,
Yeah.
all
It just
right. I
looks
know
so
exactly what
damn
you're talking about.
smooth.
I know exactly what you're talking about.
Yeah. Our video game
Like a
experts
dragon
have
go
done
hard.
it before. I've seen.
Yota Tsuji's a dog. He's going to carry New Japan for a long time.
Yeah. I'm excited about New Japan, where New Japan is going. Shota Umino and Zack Sabre Jr. didn't deliver the way I hear it should have delivered, but Zack Sabre Jr. versus Ricochet though. Ricochet in Japan is a different beast. So that's all I'm gonna say. He hit like 6 moves in 30 seconds. I gotta send you the clip.
Yeah, I was about to ask about that match. Like, was it a more grounded Ricochet because Zack Sabre was keeping him down, or was Ricochet just flying all over the place still?
I only saw the clips, but for what I think, Zack Sabre Jr. has done a better job dealing with people who aren't grounded. When I got
Different styles.
yeah, we've seen him wrestle Shibata recently. We've seen him go up against Daniel Bryan. We've seen what he can do in a more technical space. I think the challenge here is going to be him dealing with the rest of New Japan strong style, which is they're going to slap the shit out of you. They're going to.
Oh yeah.
That is an understatement.
And it's weird because you see the build of Zack Sabre. Dude is built like 175 pounds soaking wet.
Right.
He's built like a beanpole. But he takes a fucking beating in matches that he's against a larger opponent.
Right.
Like his rivalry with Walter
I was about to bring that
was insane.
Hey, listen, we've all seen the chop at this point. We
Oh.
all know the one where they're like slapping so hard in the body.
Zack Sabre Jr. is one of those wrestlers who hasn't gotten bigger, just like as far as putting on weight and size. So this guy Walter got these catcher mitt hands. You feel me? That's like your entire chest,
and you see it on the man's chest after he's been hit 4 or 5 times.
Yeah.
That is facts. Hard facts.
You look at that and you're like, how the fuck is his chest still in one piece?
Right. How
did that rib cage not shatter?
How come his pec hasn't fallen off the bone yet? Can someone explain to me how it just hasn't slid clean off?
How are we not seeing lungs at this point?
We've seen that in several matches. Mercedes Moné went over Mina Shirakawa for the Rev Pro UK Women's title.
Yeah, Mercedes 4 belts.
Listen,
Moné 4 belts.
I feel like it's a role that I kind of feel like she not necessarily has been diminished since leaving, but it does kind of feel like she is not having as big of an impact as she kind of led for herself going into the indie scene.
So I feel like she might not have had the success she wanted as far as the work she's been able to do.
Mm-hmm.
But financially.
Oh, no, she's killing it.
She got that back.
Oh, yeah, no, you cannot doubt that. No, she's killing it in that category.
Yeah, so like I feel like I feel that's it. I don't know how with WWE changing, someone, I don't know who I was talking to. We were having a conversation. Do you think she's going to go back? I think it was somebody at my job. I honestly, I think so, but that's just to tie up loose ends.
Yeah, I kind of want to see more. And not from I'm getting championships standpoint. It's more along the lines of Okay, so do you remember when Cody was let go
Yeah.
from WWE, and he just went on an absolute tear on the indie scene?
Oh yeah, it
Ended
was
up
one of the
becoming
most fun things to watch.
right. He ended up becoming a household name, but it wasn't because he had, and it wasn't because he had the Rhodes name, because he quite literally did not have the Rhodes name.
Yeah, they took that shit away from him.
Right.
You remember the workaround, right?
Right. He showed up and he made a name for himself.
He had to have Brandy with him.
Right. He had to have Brandy with him, but it's like even with that, it's like it feels like he made a name for himself, being one of the better wrestlers on the indie scene.
Yeah.
And not necessarily from a wrestling standpoint, but from a entertainment standpoint, he stood out.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
And it's like, for me, it's frustrating to watch Mercedes on television, because it's like, you have the presence, but it's like all of that energy that you had in those years, and as you know, Sasha Banks, it's like, where is that fire? It's like now it just kind of feels like it's the arrogant heel, I'm resting on my laurels, but it's like, that's not what I expect.
It really does. It really does feel that way. It feels like she's rehashing the early part of her WWE gimmick.
And that's not what I want to see.
I can see.
I'm trying to see the bout machine Mercedes. Like, that's what I want.
Because we know she can wrestle. We know that she can put on the best matches.
Hold on. You can't argue that she's not still putting on top tier matches. Her match at the end of last year was ESPN's #1 ranked women's match.
Yes, and I agree. Like, she can still go, but that's not what I'm saying. It's not the fact that she can still go. It's the fact that the energy is not the same.
That's true. I'm not saying she can't go. And it's stuff I feel like she should work on. Like, if we're being honest, that finisher is kind of dog water. It's time.
Do we got another hour and a half? I can go on about that finisher for fucking ever.
I'm like,
it
bro,
is the worst thing I've seen out of the gory position
ever. I would rather she just went into a gory neckbreaker. Like,
bro, a gory neckbreaker would be better than what she does. Literally, if she would have went with the Widow's Peak, I feel like it would have been better. But she tries to overcomplicate the goddamn move. I've only seen it hit correctly 4 times, probably.
Could you imagine a gory neckbreaker into like a reverse chin lock submission?
Oh, dude, like, there are ways that she can hit something out of that and it still look good. And it still come across as a viable finisher.
Yeah, and it's just like,
go ahead,
man. It's the DDT.
Honestly,
I just don't give a fuck about it.
And I agree. Like, dang, I didn't mess the whole thing up. Here we go. I was trying to be, a better active. We're working on it. We getting better. Way less fumbles than last episode. But I think I was talking to somebody the other day. We're sitting here in 2025, and the Styles Clash and the Canadian Destroyer are setup moves now.
Yeah. I mean, hey, we did see Will Ospreay win with the Styles Clash this last week, though.
Yeah, in the last few weeks of 2024, he finally went with the Styles Clash. But 20 years ago, like, how old?
Nobody got out of the fucking Styles Clash.
Like, imagine telling like yourself 20 years ago somebody kicking out of a Styles Clash.
Shit, imagine 20 years ago telling you someone other than Petey Williams was hitting the Canadian Destroyer.
20 years from now, it's going to be called a Mexican Destroyer.
We're gonna call this thing a Panama Sunrise, and it's gonna be off of a little hop off the middle rope.
The hop off of the middle rope is crazy. It's 1, 2, 3.
Yeah, it's literally bunny hop. Wee.
And it will be the
don't get me wrong. I love Adam Cole, but the Panama Sunrise is ridiculous.
Yeah.
Speaking of Adam Cole and them over in AEW, Kazuchika Okada won the Continental Classic after taking the belt off of our boy Eddie Kingston successfully last year.
Yeah, it's been what? Almost a full year that he's held it?
It's not insane.
No, I think about a full year.
Because Kingston held it for like, I want to say like 2 or 3 months, but then he
Yeah,
blew
in
his
the
knee
quarter.
to shit.
Yeah. That was an ugly looking bump.
Bro, if Kingston don't come back, it's understandable. He's in his mid to late 30s, little heavier set. That knee is not going to be happy doing anything when he comes back.
Oh, not at all. But you never know. He could come back with a 6-pack. You never know.
Bro, if we get a built Eddie Kingston coming back and he's cutting the same promos he's been, whew.
Okay, since we're still in Japan, Omos.
Yes, sir.
Omos is one half of the GHC Tag Team Champions over in Pro Wrestling Noah.
Motherfucker pinned one of their top stars. He pinned Marufuji.
Is this the first time in WWE's history that a champion has gone to another brand or another just another brand and just took one of their belts?
Yeah.
In their first match, I think so.
So this would mean that he won a tag team championship on his debut with both these companies.
Damn.
Wait, was it? Did him and AJ win the titles in his debut match?
Yep.
Damn.
That is an insane stat. By the way, the fact that, again, I'll probably bring it up more times than now. The fact that it was Marufuji that put him over is the insane shit here.
Like, I was flabbergasted. I was so shook that I tweeted, he pinned Marufuji, and I was like, nah, that can't be it. And I almost deleted it because I Googled it.
He said there's no way that happened. He said to think it through.
And like a different Marufuji popped up. So I was like, oh, thank God. You know, it was different, dude. I don't know what the name situation is like in Japan. They really got to get on this shit because you can't have Marufuji on the same promotion. And then I go see the video, and it's actually Marufuji. And like,
Hey, Suge, when he saw the other Marufuji pop up, he was like, oh, man, Japan got to get it together. USA, we up. And he looked back, he said, wait.
No.
He said, hold on.
And they got the perfect translator for him out there, too. The fact that it's Yoshitatsu, that's like his guide out there. That's awesome.
It's Yoshitatsu, ex-WWE star.
Who's going through a bit of a goth phase, I guess?
Yeah, he had like the half face paint. That was fun.
Well, so that whole faction, the day that Omos won his belt, I think like another guy in their faction won the top title as well. So like that whole faction's got gold.
Omos picked this lady up like a baby. She was a grown woman.
Like onto his shoulder, Miss Elizabeth style, or
no, like you know how your daughter be like up, my daughter be like
uppies.
He just grabbed her by like her armpits and picked her up, and she wasn't even expecting it. She Simba this kid,
bro. To most people in Japan, Omos's hands probably wrap all the way around and like fingertips touch.
Yeah. And that's what he did to this lady, and he picked her up. Bruh.
Omos is gonna be a star in Japan.
This is what
Dude,
I like.
They love him out there already.
Yeah, he's gonna be a star because he has everything it takes to be a star in Japan, quite frankly.
Leave him there for about a year.
Yes, please.
Well, I think his excursion's gonna be a couple months, so if they extend it, I ain't nothing wrong with that.
Leave him there for a year. We see what it's done to Tavion Heights.
Watch this motherfucker come back and just be the most agile big man we've ever seen.
He's moving like Great Khali over
Bro, I was just getting ready to say, bro, we need another Khali. We need another early year Khali.
He's moving like a young Khali is crazy.
No, we gotta get Omos out here hitting Sasuke specials and shit like that.
The biggest Sasuke special ever.
I just want to see that motherfucker hit a cartwheel. That'd just be insane.
Saudi Arabian prince was pay good money to see a giant Sasuke special. I guarantee.
I don't care that it's the Royal Rumble. I said do it.
The greatest Royal Rumble. Oh, there's a rumor. Speaking of, there's a rumor that the Royal Rumble is, in 2026 is going to come from.
That's not a rumor, my friend.
What?
Oh no!
They confirmed
2026's Royal Rumble is going to come out of Riyadh, Saudi Arabia.
out of 70 countries in the world. Prepare to see 30 women in scuba suits.
Bro, I was gonna say, somebody said that the women's Royal Rumble, if that happens, is gonna look like a Power Rangers team up. Hey,
Power Rangers forever.
Maybe you need some real help. You just look up to the rafters and it's just all of them.
It's gonna be red forever all over again.
It's gonna have the smoke, the rainbow smoke popping up.
Bro, just dude, and you know, backstage there's gonna be some fucking arguments and shit going. That was the design for my gear. No, it was the design for my gear.
That's the one thing that I guess we have something to look forward to.
I was
Is the women's gear during the Saudi shows? They really got to get creative with them. So it's like this last time they were there, they got super creative. So I want to see how this year goes.
Yeah, because it was really cool to see how creative they got with it last year.
I'm not gonna lie to you. If you look back at Natalia in her first match over there, when she just had like the and the turtleneck,
where they were wrestling in the big ass shirts,
she looked like a year one superhero. If you know, you know. Like didn't have the budget for the suit. Just grab what was ever in the closet.
Not the first Spidey suit.
She looked like a year one superhero. Okay. Just needed the goggles and the bandana. She would have been perfectly fine.
Let's do it.
All right, let's go.
Yeah.
I may be new to this, but I'm true to this.
Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle out there. So yeah, no, the Rumble's gonna be in Saudi next year.
4 o'clock in the morning. That's not normal. Did you see that, Matty?
No.
What?
Did you see that?
I did not. What?
The Kai stream where they had NPC Miles just filling in while they were asleep.
Oh
Drew
my God,
gets a slice of pizza like early in the morning, and he just turns just like he breaks character. He says, "Why are you eating pizza at 3 o'clock in the morning? That's not normal."
That's the part. He didn't break character. He didn't break character. He just said that to him in the Miles Morales voice.
No, because like the NPCs have a set list of things that they can say.
I know, but he broke the programming, but he stayed as Miles Morales. That's the best part. He just broke the code.
NPC special event.
I don't know if y'all ever played Detroit Become Human. His little ring started turning yellow. He turned around and said something.
Dude, these Kai Cenat like 24-hour streams are ridiculous. And having ISO speed on there too, bro. That clip of him doing a backflip just out of nowhere and hitting the desk is the funniest shit I've ever seen. And like with no context, it's funny as shit. With context, it's the funniest fucking shit on the planet.
It's way funnier.
Like with context, you sit there and you go, "Damn, he really did that just to try to make her laugh."
Hey, that's a real one.
Ass. Like, come on, bro. Come on.
And Kai's face when he did it too was just
Like, why? Why would you do that?
So we got 2 more points to hit. Have I heard Liangelo Ball's new song?
No.
I might swerve in that corner. Whoa.
Oh. Yes, no, I have. This morning.
You have it, Matty?
No.
So you're familiar with the Ball brothers.
Oh yeah. Who could forget that infamous Raw moment?
Oh right, I forgot they were on Raw. They would have loved the Netflix era.
Oh
So
my god, yeah, they would have. Get that nigga.
beat that again.
Hey, yo, I remember watching that live, and I was at work. I was sitting at work watching it. And I was like, he didn't say that, did he?
And we got Papa Ball just out there.
I was like, well,
Hey, so he drops his clip of his song, or somebody leaks his clip of his song to a streamer, and it's gone viral. It sounds really good. I'll send it to you later. People are like,
It sounds really good.
I heard it.
people know. Matty hasn't heard it though,
Oh, okay.
so it sounds like it would have come out like in the early 2000s, and Moneybags Yo and Lil Boozy wouldn't hop on it. That's why I say it's pretty good. Like people wouldn't hop on the song, and so it's just been announced that he is now performing on Rolling Loud.
Oh, for one song?
Have you been to Rolling Loud?
Hold on, wasn't Rolling Loud the one that who the fuck was it that got something thrown at him and he was like, nah, y'all don't get my set no more?
A lot of people get stuff thrown at them in Rolling Loud. I think the baby did. Who the hell threw that dusty ass Adidas?
Yeah, it was the baby. That's exactly who it was.
Who the hell threw that
The single Adidas.
dusty ass Adidas?
It really was that single Adidas.
Because it was one of them. Because it was two of them.
Yeah, they let anybody perform at Rolling Loud, though.
Oh, no, I mean, so they have, I don't know if y'all know how sets work, but a full set is only 45 minutes.
Okay.
So a half set could be anywhere from 20 to 15
to 20.
Yeah. So realistically, if you only have two songs,
you can get a half set in.
You can get a half set in. If you have two songs and some features, you can get a half set in. You can bring somebody else up for your set. You could do the song for the whole set. How many songs do you think Dave Blunt's got? He's going to Rolling Loud too.
He is? I thought he was in the hospital.
Couch and all. No, they gonna ship the couch.
No.
They gonna ship the couch.
I'm trying to ignore it.
Put
the couch on the bus. Take the legs off. Put the couch at the bottom of the bus.
It can go in sideways. I've done it before.
You gotta turn a little bit to the left. We gonna get on the bus.
Put it at the bottom of the bus. We're gonna take it to the next town.
You know what? Just strap it to the side.
Just
strap it to the side. As a matter of fact, strap him on top too.
Matter of fact, we can't get him in unless we turn his ass sideways too. Get him up there too.
Oh my God. That bus comes with a fully expanded airbag, pre-installed.
Hey, somebody, you smell like Jay Blunt's bus seat. That's the info 2025. You smell like Dave Blunt's bus seat.
That shit mustier than musty.
The double must. You smell like you got to lift up folds and put deodorant up under there. You raggedy, musty bitch. Listen, once let me lose weight. It's gonna be. Wait till I get this weight off
the top of the belt buckle.
Motherfucker ain't even fit in the shower. We gotta take him to a car wash.
Oh my God.
Damn.
This hurts.
So yeah, off that clip alone, he's gonna be at Rolling Loud, which makes LeVar Ball might be one of the greatest fathers of all time.
Yeah, it's getting undeniable at this point.
Yeah, he's about to pass Ray Jackson and Papa Knowles.
And that's honestly insane.
Yeah, he got it. If one of his kids wins the NBA championship, it's solidified. If two of his kids, it's no question.
Hey, and what LaMelo be balling out this season too.
LaMelo hit a back to Papa in real life. For those of you who are familiar
in the league.
For those of you familiar with NBA Volume 2, back to Papa is when you throw the ball off the backboard to yourself.
You know how hard you got to do? Man was off of his feet when he did it.
He passed the ball to himself.
Off the backboard.
Off the backboard. That's 3,000. That's 3,000 points, by the way. In that one right there, in NBA Street Volume 2, and we're gonna end
NBA Street
with
Volume, one of the greatest games of all time.
Facts. Raw is Netflix. This is how we're ending it tonight, y'all.
We talking Netflix.
Travis Scott smoked a blunt on the way
on air in the building.
On the way to the ring.
I know Jay was mad as hell.
You know who
going
else?
down to that ring because I know that man was smoking loud.
I know who else. I know who else was mad. Rob Van Dam.
Yep.
Matt
oh
Simon.
My God, he must have been pissed.
Jack Swagger. Sabu.
What was that? Roman. A little bit of Roman.
Randy.
That's
Randy
right.
don't care.
Randy was never suspended for that, was he?
Randy's been paying his fines up front for years.
Right. I'm like, yeah, Randy ain't gonna be mad about that because Randy said he's solid.
Randy said, I've been paying up front for years. I already know what I'm doing.
I'm like, I know Liv mad. I know Liv mad.
Yes, because he was the last one to do it.
I got arrested and suspended.
Yeah, dog. She was the last one to really.
I think that one pissed everybody off because I was just like,
"Are you kidding me?"
She wasn't even doing anything.
And then Triple H is gonna be like, "I just want to thank Jey Uso for just saying no."
He said he could have really messed with the sponsors, but I appreciate him.
Man, that's really just what we need. We need Godfather to pop back up on screen just with a big ass blunt in his mouth.
Oh, I'd pay for that. I'd pay to see that.
That, LA would have been the place. I can't even say that because they got those spaces in every city. Because
you know what? Fucking Raw is weed.
Didn't Jerry Jones get in a car accident on the Blade in his city?
Did he?
Yeah.
Listen. I need you to hear me out. If they do bring back the Godfather, can that brother come out to Area Codes by Ludacris? Can we get that?
We need to.
I think I need that.
But so, did anybody watch Raw on Netflix?
I caught pieces of it.
I watched most of it. I watched the second and third hour.
I actually was able to watch it from start to finish, and 4 matches for a 3-hour show where we had a Hulk Hogan segment where he got booed out the motherfucking building.
So I want to say this.
Yes, we need to address that.
We wasted a Hulk Hogan segment, and we could have had Pentagon Jr.
Yeah, we could have had Penta. But one thing I want to say is, Suge, Yo City shows out every damn time for everything. For everything. And the moment Hulk Hogan came out in LA, they had none of it.
Hey, listen.
And can we say this real quick? I hate to interject, but a lot of folks have been saying that the reason Hulk Hogan was getting booed was because of his politics. And I just need to remind people.
Undertaker was on the same.
Yeah, before we get to that, Hulk Hogan has been getting booed for years before he fully endorsed Donald Trump. So this ain't anything new. But on top of that, Undertaker was on this show and he got a huge pop.
Undertaker had put out an actual podcast with his kayfabe brother and the president, the next president of the United States.
He straight up endorsed him and he got a huge pop in LA.
Look, he even talked shit about Dave Batista too.
Right.
And he took over Rhea Ripley's moment.
And
still got cheered.
I will say
It was never about the politics. We don't fuck with racists. Like, that was the biggest thing.
Hey, let me say this. To everybody watching, I appreciate you. Thank you. I don't know if you watch it for me. You watch it because you kicking cool with Matty. You watch it because you supporting Fes. But some way, somehow, you respect our views on wrestling enough to sit and watch us for an hour, however many times. You know that we at least know a little something about wrestling. And if I don't know that, I do know my city.
Yeah, bruh.
And I will tell you that Pentagon Jr. would have went over. It would have been a better segment than Hulk Hogan. And I can say that because I'll say that on Alberto Del Rio's second run, the only city he really popped off in was in Los Angeles when he beat John Cena.
Like,
and after that, it was downhill from there.
Could you imagine Penta beating the shit out of Dominic Mysterio on his entrance?
Oh, bro, it would have been Chad Gable.
It was
going to be Gable.
Oh, yeah, probably would have been Gable.
Amazing.
Which, by the way, that's the rumor, is that this upcoming week, it's going to be Gable versus Penta.
Somebody asked
if you remember
at the at the press conference, he says, "You figured it out by now."
Yeah, if you remember correctly, it was supposed to be a tag match. It was going to be Gable and one of his boys versus Rey Mysterio and a mystery partner. They were going to put Penta over in a tag match with Rey Mysterio in L.A.
Bruh.
And we got Hulk Hogan.
Yeah.
Like,
that was
downgrade.
That was terrible. People will say that it was a casual audience, but everybody in Los Angeles,
the casual audience wanted him the fuck out of there.
Hey, look, I'm gonna tell you, I'm gonna put it to you like this: even the casual audience in LA likes wrestling. Like, you see, Macaulay Culkin was there. It was a lot of people in there.
Both of the Culkin brothers were there. You got Karen Culkin there too.
Like, from the people from my social medias, I knew the real ones was there too. You know, we were sprinkled in there.
Shit, Denver Broncos sports analyst Kay Adams was there.
You had Jordan the Stallion there. Like, nah, there were people who have been watching wrestling for years. They were bringing people in.
Yeah, nah.
They were assembling the Celebrity Avengers for this release.
Also, I want to point out that Macaulay Culkin got a bigger pop than like 45% of the people that went out there that day.
Yeah.
I mean, it's fucking Macaulay Culkin, absolutely.
So,
but he also had the best entrance of a celebrity ever. Like, he straight up had one of the best.
All he had to do was lift up the hat.
He said, "Let you know who he is." He said, "Bye home."
Tribal Combat.
Okay. I like the match. Is interested that it went on first, but seeing what the main event was, it kind of understood. It did not need to go a goddamn hour.
They gave Roman and Solo an hour?
Bro, it took the entire fucking first hour. To be fair, we had a Triple H promo to kick off the show where he basically was like, "This is Raw, this is what WWE is, welcome to Netflix," all that shit. Then we had Rocky come out, and then we had, I want to say it was 30-something minutes. That shit felt like it went a full hour.
Wow.
Oh.
And it's not to say that it was a bad match. Like, it was slow. Yeah, there were parts that were slow. You had a lot of interference because it's a Roman Reigns.
Got beef.
Yeah, everybody got beef.
Like, come on.
But Solo looked good. Roman looked good. They had good chemistry. You're going to expect that with family. But it was a good match. Way too fucking long, but a good match. And again, if we cut fucking 15 minutes off that shit, we could have had Penta.
We could have had Penta. We could have scrapped all of Hulk Hogan.
We could have scrapped all of Hulk Hogan. We could have
grabbed the NXT people dancing in this box.
Oh, bro, let's also bring up the Undertaker bit, because it was also rumored that that was supposed to be slated for Becky Lynch's return, where she was gonna confront Rhea.
Oh, thank God. I'm be honest with you. I'm glad they didn't.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
cool with Becky.
But the Becky Lynch return would have popped hella.
Oh,
Yeah.
Pop would have
absolutely.
been
100%.
big. But I don't think we right now want Becky and Rhea, or we don't want Becky in the main title picture as soon as she comes back.
Yeah, do you
Much
want
like
impressed?
the other person who's rumored to come back soon.
Charlotte?
Oh yeah, Miss rumored to be the favorite for the Royal Rumble.
Okay, so hear me out. Hear me out. I want Becky and Charlotte to be 1 and 2 in the Royal Rumble.
Okay.
However, I do not want them to make it past 20.
Okay, I can see that.
I do want them to have 2 of the most impressive showings at the Royal Rumble. I do not want them to make it past 20. If they can both tie 10 eliminations each and then get thrown out within like 20, between like 21 to 26, I'll be cool with that.
Okay.
Now, who's gonna win? I mean, it's a totally new environment. You know, Tiffany Stratton is a new champion over on SmackDown.
Yeah, we've got 2 new champions, so
yeah.
I'm gonna be real with you. I am not entirely sure who should win on the Royal Rumble on the women's side, but I think that is a good way to bring in maybe somebody from NXT. You could potentially have an unexpected return, maybe from somebody who hasn't been in the company. You could even have somebody debuting in the company and have that be a big return. Maybe it should be Jade Cargill. She has been there in a minute.
Speaking of Royal Rumble, somebody sent us this sheet.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
that
the men's Rumble
run sheet.
Yeah.
John Cena has already declared himself for the Royal Rumble, and from what this item is, this Lucas Stadium Royal Rumble Indianapolis TKO cheat sheet that leaked a while ago, they're claiming that John Cena is going to win from 27.
That would kind of make me mad.
And he's going to eliminate The Rock, who enters at 30.
Ew. Both ew.
Also, Rhea Ripley is on there to eliminate Dominic Mysterio for some reason.
I'm okay with that. Yeah. No, I'm cool with Rhea Ripley being Dominic Mysterio's boogeyman.
But they have, so check this out. From what they're calling it, the way they see the leak is going, they got Kevin Owens at 1, Randy Orton at 2.
Oof.
Which we've already got confirmed. Kevin Owens is facing Cody in Ladder Wars. I'm calling it Ladder Wars. It's Ladder Wars.
Ladder Wars?
Did I miss something? Why is it called Ladder Wars?
Oh, because Kevin Owens in ladder matches always goes back to Ring of Honor, and
okay.
he's about to take. He's probably going to take a spot onto a ladder that's just set up sideways.
Yeah, he does that often.
I see that.
But yeah, so after Randy Orton, they have Sami Zayn, Jacob Fatu, Tama Tonga Tongaloa, Penta, and at number 8, Zilla Fatu.
Okay.
And I'm just going to run through that. That's it. We're not going to run through the whole thing. But somebody's calling John Cena to win the Royal Rumble. It's too early for me to call it. I don't think Cena's going to win, but I could see Cena winning it.
I would rather see Cena win at Elimination Chamber and lose the belt at Mania.
For some reason, I can see Cena winning the Rumble. I can see Cena winning the Rumble for the sole fact of getting him in that world title match, since I've also heard rumored that it's going to be Gunther versus Cena at Mania. But I don't think that's what's going to happen.
Hey, I kind of like Gunther versus Cena at Mania.
I do too. I just know that's going to be. That's actually. I'm be real with you. Yes. That even further wants me to have him win the title at Elimination Chamber and not pin Gunther for it, and then have to face him at Mania and lose the belt to Gunther.
And that's another thing they could do. They could totally have Cena go in like the final 4 and get eliminated, and have the story be him working his way to Mania.
Yeah, back to Mania.
But if it's not Cena, who is it for the men?
Probably Priest.
I could see Priest, but
Yeah.
I feel like it's going to be a SmackDown guy. It's going to be someone to go after Cody after Kevin Owens is done.
Who goes after Cody on SmackDown? That might be the question for the week. Who goes after Cody on SmackDown? Because I got to give the kitchen up because my family is stirring.
And then, yeah, the last bit would be who would be the women's. I'm saying early prediction, Jordan Grace.
Yeah, that's a hell of a choice.
Too early. It's a little too early for me to call it.
But could you imagine Jordan Grace versus Rhea Ripley at Mania?
Ooh, I need
Holy shit.
That's the idea.
Somebody's going through a barricade. I need to see it. I need to see it.
But listen, who do you want to see win the Royal Rumble? Y'all leave it in the comments of this episode. Y'all share it on Twitter. Let us know who you want to see win the Royal Rumble. We're going to catch up with you next week. And let us know if you want to see us do a Raw watch along, because we all have Netflix. We all got Raw. We only got about a 2-hour time period, so we might start 30 minutes in and end with 30 minutes left to go on the broadcast. Y'all let us know if that's something y'all want to see from us here at West Coast Grabs. But until then, I was Suge Wrestling. Let's see if I can do the points right this time. That was Matty Laws. That was Fez Low. Catch y'all in the next one.
Stay safe, y'all.